Did
Do
you
you
turn
see
it
a
on?
green light? Look on the back, is there a green light? What should we say?
Hey, heretics.
No, that's so basic and boring. How about, hey, motherfucker?
No, that's so boring.
um,
Guys, this won't be PG, I don't think.
yeah, I think that this will be like PG-13. You can just be like, welcome. And then you can say to our brand new YouTube video channel.
Welcome!
Happy New Year! We are so excited to kick off our official, brand new Your Favorite Heretics YouTube video channel. I'm Rachel.
I'm Derek.
And we started Your Favorite Heretics off of just a little passion that we had to share deconstruction theology. And it really grew and turned into something great. And we're able to talk a lot now about church trauma and recovery from toxic theology.
Yeah, we had no idea that we would be in this place back in July, which is when we kicked things off.
Yeah.
I was visiting family back home in California where I grew up, and Rachel gave me a call, shared this idea, and said, hey, I was thinking of calling it Your Favorite Heretic, but I want to do it with you. Let's do Your Favorite Heretics. What do you think? And I said, yeah, let's do it. So what started as a passion project and really giving our friends and family kind of a window into what we've been going through and processing ended up kind of taking on a form of its own.
Yeah, and became a community.
Yeah.
I feel like what's so great about Your Favorite Heretics is that it's really tailored to the community around it, and not expecting anything from anybody and just being who you are.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We want to encourage people to take ownership of their process and their deconstruction to where they don't feel like they need to have it look a particular way.
For our first video, we wanted to talk about what deconstruction is and what the purpose of our community is and what we hope to bring to the table.
So from Instagram, we wanted to be able to continue to grow Your Favorite Heretics in a way that would be most conducive to people's journeys. And so that's what led to the Facebook group and giving people a space to share their story, to have support, and to meet other people who are in a similar spot. And, apart from our posts on Instagram, we wanted to be able to have opportunities to expound upon different ideas that we can't exactly capture on a single post.
And I really like the video platform because I feel like it's more personal. I love listening to podcasts. I love watching YouTube videos, but there's just something so personal about being able to talk to you face to face.
Our hope is to continue to offer as many resources as we can because we know how hard deconstruction can be.
Yeah, it can feel like a very, very lonely journey. And so what we most want to facilitate is a community.
Deconstruction's messy, but the whole purpose of what we want to do is to make sure that nobody feels alone, that they feel seen, that they feel understood, that they feel like they have a strong support system.
Our hope here and our passion is that everybody that comes into the Your Favorite Heretics community would regain a sense of agency, that their questions would be seen as valuable, and that they would see themselves beyond the measure of their faith and find themselves in themselves again.
Yeah, and I think that it's really important to encourage people who have been told for a lot of their experience within, their time in the church, that they're not free to think for themselves, that questions are dangerous, that doubt is the enemy of faith. And, wherever people may land, our hope is that they would feel free, that they would feel empowered, and that they wouldn't feel like their worth is diminished for pushing against conventional ideas and for challenging what's called the status quo. I think for many people in their church experience, they were taught that they aren't able to freely think, that they need to conform to a particular way of understanding God, themselves, the world around them. And our hope is that in encouraging people to embrace their deconstruction, that they realize that they are capable, that they are able to think for themselves, and that's our hope, is to help a bunch of people who feel like maybe they're not
valid.
they're
Yeah.
not accepted, that they're not good enough, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
and say, you know what, no, that's not true at all.
I feel like safety is our priority. It's not an end goal. It's not a specific set of beliefs. It's not having expectation for us to land anywhere. It's just facilitating honesty, facilitating safety and integrity.
Deconstruction can feel so lonely. It can feel really painful and disorienting. It's confusing. Everything that you held to be true is being essentially challenged and held under a microscope. And, you know, there's joy that comes with that. There's freedom that comes with it. There's peace that comes with it. But at the same time, there's also a lot of confusion. So knowing that other people are in a similar spot that you can meet and get to know and hear from other people who might be able to offer a couple things that help them along the way.
Yeah.
It's all about supporting one another and feeling like you're not in this by yourself, because that's the worst.
So when a lot of us deconstruct, I know that it's almost like a rite of passage that we get invited to coffee and, you know, told that we're wrong and told that the path that we're going down is a slippery slope. But we just want to validate and honor that journey that you're going on and let it be just what it is. A lot of people don't want deconstruction. They don't want deconversion, but it just happens. It's a journey, an event that happens to us, and we can resist it and fight it for a very long time. But it just comes to a point where we need to validate it within ourselves. And once we're at that point of validation, it can bring up a lot of fear and a lot of loneliness and a lot of confusion. So we hope that this Your Favorite Heretic community is a place for you to feel that validation.
This is a space for everyone to feel like they have ownership of. You know, Rachel and I just want to be here to
facilitate.
Yeah.
We're just facilitators.
Yeah.
Because
and-
we have a lot of our own stuff that we're going through too.
Absolutely.
And we benefit so much from this community.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's fun because we're all I just had the High School Musical theme song
Oh my
pop
gosh.
in
We're
my
all in
head.
this together.
We're all in this together.
So we wanted to talk about a bit of what deconstruction was as well, because we get that question a lot. And I don't think when it begins in somebody's life that it's very recognizable. It just starts with, oh, what is this? Or a little bit of uncertainty in this area. And then you just realize it's snowballing and it's snowballing and it begins these questions, or maybe it begins as fear of the judgment of God, or, you know, theology that doesn't make sense, or a multitude of other things. And it just becomes this rising unrest in you where you feel alone because everybody around you seems to have it together. And so what deconstruction is a journey that you just find yourself in to question for the first time. And a lot of people don't feel that permission. And so a lot of what we want to do is facilitate that questioning and to show you that it's okay and that it's just part of the journey. It's part of life. It's part of growth. And bringing it to this place of, you know, if you want to fully deconstruct and deconvert, that is part of giving you that agency back. You know, a lot of people feel like they don't have permission to explore deconversion. And we just want to open that up to know that there is no destination that we have for you. It is just you regaining your agency and finding that final destination. That being said, we hope in this new phase of Your Favorite Heretics on our new YouTube channel that you get what you need out of it.
Deconstruction's hard enough as it is, so we're hoping that this just adds another layer of support to your journey.
We would love if you would support us by liking and subscribing, and also if you want to, leave a comment of what you would love to see in future videos.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the support.
We love you guys
Love you a lot.
so much. Mwah.
Mwah.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Kisses. Hearts.